Hey everyone, this is Trav from TXQ Sabers with a new lightsaber unboxing video. Here I have the TXQ Ghost, one of the Design Series sabers available from our store. Comes in the same black box with Collection Saber written on front. And inside, as usual, we'll find our instruction manual, our blade plug, our tool bag with a USB-C charging cable, Allen wrench, and a number of blade retention screws. And for our Design Series sabers, you'll also receive an acrylic stand. And it comes with an 82cm pixel blade. And of course the Ghost hilt itself. It's labeled SN-V4. We've got the SN-Pixel V4 soundboard inside this one. And look at that. I really like the design of this hilt. It's thicker than some of the other designs, but still has the same VHC compatible internal threading. So the thickness of the aluminium is greater, but the internal threads will match up with and I really like this design. We've got this huge chunky emitter with the gold pieces, claws that extend just beyond the tip, these 3 large shine-through ports, and 9 smaller shine-through ports around the front edge of the emitter there. That's going to look really cool when the blade's lit up. This saber features the main and auxiliary button, and the silver and black detailing is really nice. The way this is done is it's finished in the silver, and then they go back over it and mill out all these black sections, so they're all slightly recessed. It gives it a really nice feel and a really beautiful design as well. And all of these little gold pieces at the emitter and at the bottom of the hilt are held on with small Phillips head screwdrivers, so they could all be removed if you decided you'd rather just have a black section there, or replace them with something else. We've got a single chassis retention screw and no removable pommel, but it is vented, and it's the whole grip section which comes apart. Revealing our SN-Pixel V4 soundboard, 32GB SD card, a speaker, and the removable 3200 mAh 18650 rechargeable battery. We also have the USB-C recharge port accessed by removing the grip as well. I hope from this angle you'll be able to see why this saber has a bit more weight to it than some of the other ones I've reviewed so far. The internal diameter is still the same, meaning it's compatible with the standard cores and technically VHC threaded as well. But the external wall is significantly thicker, and that's what gives this one a really nice weight. That'll be the same up the emitter end as well. So this is much heavier and has a nice premium feel to it. As this is a 2-button saber, some of the controls will be a little bit different to the previous review we did. The main button is the top smaller one, and as the auxiliary one is the one you interact with most of the time, it's the larger one closer to your thumb. So to power the saber on, we hold the main button. Power on. And you'll hear it say power on. And then volume adjustment has a bit more control than the 1-button saber as well. So you press both the main and aux buttons at the same time. Hear that tone? You're now in volume adjustment mode. So pressing the main button increases the volume, and pressing the auxiliary button decreases the button all the way to mute. I'll leave it on pretty low, but there are 10 steps, so you have a lot more fidelity as to what volume you'd like to use. The SN-Pixel V4 still features 27 sound fonts, the removable and programmable SD card, 9 blade effects, 11 types of ignition, And all the usual sound effects: blaster block, tip drag, clash, melt, stab, lock up, force push, all that kind of thing. We've also got the ability to play music tracks. Hold the aux button down and twist the hilt. And this particular one is some background fonts with environmental effects rather than music. TIE fighters going past. To change fonts, we tap the aux button.
I am the Inquisitor. Tell me, is this training? My training? No. Always training. The universe is.
And each font can have its own music effects. And it's not just the music. The SNPixel V4 will remember the color, the ignition type, and the blade effect for every font. Of course, it features smooth swing, flash on clash, blaster block, tapping the aux, lock up, we hold the aux and then release. Force effect.
Master Yoda, I'm glad you're here. Only because I need you.
As well as stab, melt, drag, and the ability to change the color. I really like this hilt. I think it's got a beautiful design. It's nice and comfortable. There's no real rough edges. Obviously you have these protruding gold pieces at the top and the bottom, but they're not really in the section you want to hold. The shine through ports in the emitter are really cool. And you can see the pulsing blade effect there, which just adds to the ambience of it. It's nice and loud when you've got the volume turned up. And the customization of having the configurable SD card, as well as the Bluetooth, Android and iOS app gives you, is something that TXQ are doing really well right now.